Okay, so what is hypoconscious mind? You might not heard about that. Even if you heard about that, you don't have, I know most people don't have an static idea about it. So first I will clearly explain. I can't say briefly, but I will clearly explain what hypoconscious mind is and how to access it. That is what meditation simply is, accessing your hypoconscious mind. Okay, now you know what conscious mind is, right? Like you have thoughts, you can think about things, and you can make plans, you can do things. You do those various tasks with your conscious mind. Okay, and there is something called unconscious mind, which is you don't really aware about that, but it exists, unconscious mind. You waited, you see, you waited until I finished my tea. Why is that? Any rational person will skip this video, or any rational person will go with the to another video, or will simply delete this video. No, delete, like will simply leave this video. But you stayed. It's not a rational thing, but you did somehow that. Why is that? Because you had some feeling this video is important, isn't it? But how do you know about something you don't even know, you don't even knew? Because you didn't know who I was, and you didn't know that I might waste your time. You didn't know anything, but somehow you waited because of some feeling. That feeling is against your conscious mind. Did you realize? Now, every time that you have a feeling, it's because your conscious mind is influenced by your unconscious mind or your superconscious mind. That's it. Otherwise, you don't have any feeling. And your unconscious mind have feelings like lust, fear, anger, like those feelings. And your superconscious mind have the feelings of peace, love, happiness. Happiness comes from nothing. That is, which is comes from your superconscious mind. This is some mystery, but I will resolve this mystery for you. Okay. When you access your superconscious mind, your life is going to be some miracle, some magical thing. You can manifest things and you can achieve those things within some time. People who have accessed so much more in their superconscious mind, they can manifest things and they can make appear those things within seconds, like Buddha or like some arahants. You might know who Buddha is, who arahants are, but they were people who lived in the past who accessed their superconscious mind way more than we do. That's simply who they are. So this is the second video of this channel, and if you watch the first video of this channel, you can see I'm turtling, like I can't speak clearly. I started this channel because I felt like I want to face this scarcity of me, which was I can't speak English. Now this is the second video and I'm speaking like Thai Thai. How did this happen? Because I looked into my subconscious mind or unconscious mind, then I removed a belief that was there with with some actions. Then our subconscious mind has no options then it has to change. It has to change because it has now new evidences. I'm speaking English, so it can't harm me, doesn't it? So probably you can speak English, but think within 2-3 days you can speak another language fluently. How can that happen? They are full of miracles when you learn how to access your superconscious mind. Life is full of miracles, and life will be peaceful. Life will be effortless. Life will be filled with love and happiness. So, it's if you want to live your life the fullest, there is a single critical thing that you should understand very clearly. First, you have a superconscious mind. Everyone has a superconscious mind, and you have to realize that. Then you have to access that more often. That's it. The pathway to access the superconscious mind is meditation. We call it Vipassana meditation. But Simply meditation is accessing your superconscious mind. That's it. If anything which doesn't allow you to access your superconscious mind, it is not meditation. It is something else. And if something, it doesn't look like meditation, but it make you access your superconscious mind, then it's a meditation. Like, think you go some trips and you swim somewhere, some in some lake. Then you suddenly access your superconscious mind. Then it's a meditation. Some people through drugs, they access their superconscious mind. It's some form of meditation. But there are limitations to those various external things like swimming, using drugs. They can access of obviously the superconscious mind, but they can't go so far in there that they can explore superconscious mind as meditators do, as real meditators do. So first I wanted to explain like what superconscious mind, what is the value of this video. That is what I wanted to explain to you. And today I watched a movie which is called Secret. The Secret. It's on YouTube, and it's like a life lesson to me because I have seen this movie before also, but I didn't realize like it's this important. But now after I'm capable of accessing my superconscious mind, and then I watched that movie and I realized that is something so deep in that movie. So, and I wanted to share with you my experiences, not experiences, but I wanted to share with you logically, rationally. I want you to understand what superconscious mind is, what conscious mind is, what subconscious mind is, and what superconscious mind is, and how can someone make their life full of marvels by accessing their superconscious mind. That's it. Oh, that is the introduction of this video. YouTube legends say you have to make your introduction within 5 seconds. I took about 21 minutes. How about that? Now I'm somewhat tired mentally. After, when you come to listen my videos, you also have to prepare some tea and come. Then you will match to my vibe. This tea is made up of coriander and cumin and fennel. These are some medicines we use from ancient days. But now people don't use those. We often use black tea. But black tea is not good like this. Black tea is so hard on me. It's I feel the acidic nature there. So I don't like now black tea. I was used to drink black tea previously, but now with this combination of these three, I could easily replace my black tea because this is far better than that. Behind me is some tree of fruit. We call this it Malaysian mangoes. I don't know the English word for mangoes, but we call it Malaysian mangoes. I'm in Sri Lanka, but I think this tree origin in Malaysia. I don't know about those things, but it's beautiful. That's why I chose that as my background. I'm feeling like I should stop this video now. Then I should be meditating by now. What to do, man? I will stop this now. Then you can see what I'm doing next, because I will combine those clips. So then, bye. I feel like some kind of heaviness in my head. Today morning I didn't meditate because I felt like my body wants some rest, but I couldn't figure out in that time, is it my body wants some rest, or is it my mind was telling me, mind was triggering me to go to sleep. I couldn't figure out, but I slept, so I didn't meditate today morning. Every day I try as hard as I can to meditate 6 hours a day. Today I couldn't. So okay, it's because I'm under the sun without any shade. I don't know, but I'll figure out while I'm gone. Then I will continue this video today or tomorrow, day after tomorrow. I don't know, but I will continue this. Okay. Then bye. Holy moly, man. Okay. In this is not the next day, but day after the next day. In these 2 days, man, I went through an emotional roller coaster, man. That's why I couldn't continue the video. Okay, now I'm here back, but I got a lot of experiences, so I will share about those experiences. First, I'm not going into details because it will invade some other people's privacy, but what happened to me was, I'm a Buddhist, and there are things called merits and sins. I mean, it's like if we do something and when we get good things back, it's merit, and when we do something and we get some bad things back, it's sins. Like that, it's a belief, but it's there in our culture, and that belief also in me, in my subconscious. Then there was something that I had to do some sin in order to please someone. Without doing it, I can't keep that relationship going. Okay. Then I told that person, okay, I will do that, but like I felt like something is not good in here. Something is wrong with my decision. Something is going on like that. Then I went to a meditation session today of my teacher. Then I first realized, okay, if I delay that thing for some time, it will not be a sin after all. It's complex, but yeah, it's that. It mean like in our culture, doing some things who not culture but according to Buddhism, doing some sexual things without marrying someone, of course not prostitutes, but without marrying some woman who is under protection of someone, is a sin. Not every sexual things, but there are like oral and like penetrative sex basically. That's the thing. Then I understood like I can delay this thing for some time, then I will marry that woman, then it will not be a sin like that. I understood. Then like this was some great experience to me because I wanted to keep some precept, like some discipline throughout my life, which was I will not commit any sexual things here on. We call it Bambasara. You don't want to remember that, but we call it Bambasara. Then today I realized me keeping Bambasara and having a partner is not going tie-tie, is not going well together. It's some impartial thing to do for my partner. Then I told her like, okay, I understand from your side. Okay, I'm not that, I'm not keeping that precept anymore. Then I realized if I do that now without marrying her, it's a sin. So then I had so much subconscious thoughts. Okay, also like, I was keep some barriers to myself, not doing any sexual things. And when I allow it, I felt like so many, like fires, so many thoughts are coming, like sexual positions and everything. How to do it, okay, I will do these things, like that. Okay, something in me has been triggered by thinking, okay, I will not keep in that precept anymore. Even by thinking, it's like this is what happens there. When I decide things in my conscious mind, there are so many thoughts which are related to that thought in our subconscious mind, about sex, about fear, about anxiety, those things. Like, if you think with your conscious mind, I'm beautiful, if you think that, that thought will come and go. Now you are thinking another thought, I'm ugly. Now you are thinking another thought, I'm intelligent, like that. In our conscious mind, thoughts will come and go. We think and we forget. Again, we memorize, we think, memorize mean we think again and we forget like that. But in our subconscious mind, it's not the case. It's like some, some song playing like looped. Something is looped. Like that thing. Like that in our subconscious mind. Think if you have some belief, you are ugly. Time to time, your subconscious mind will repeatedly think that thought. Like think 10 times per second, you are thinking, I'm ugly, I'm ugly, I'm ugly, I'm ugly, I'm ugly, like that. 10 times per second throughout your lifetime. But you don't know because you are not aware of your subconscious mind, okay? You are not aware of that at all, at all. And like it has so much speed, okay? But you don't aware about that. And when you scroll every time Instagram, you feel like something is not good with you. And when someone tell you you are ugly for as a joke also, you get frustrated. You get so angry. Why? It's not because they tell you they are ugly. Sometimes some people call some people you are ugly as a joke. Then they both are laughing because both know like it's a joke, and the person who is said that knows he is beautiful. So it's a joke to that person. But when someone have a thought in subconscious mind constantly occurring, I'm ugly, even they are the world beautifulest man or woman, even if they are world's beautifulest man or woman, to them they are ugly. Did you understand the criticality of the thing? Because they are not aware of it. Because they might think in their conscious mind, yes, I'm the world's beauty queen. I'm so beautiful, like that. But in their subconscious mind, for some reason, it might be their childhood memory when that, let's think, when that girl at she is 1 or 2, her mother tell her by hitting, you are so ugly. And that thought faded into her subconscious that occasion. Then subconscious was programmed. Then from that point onwards, she thinks I'm ugly. But you have evidences throughout your life, but you didn't clear that belief. Did you understand? Subconscious is like full of beliefs, full of things. It's amazing, man, but no one knows. No one knows. People who attained enlightenment or deeper state of awakenings have access to their students or other subconscious minds, but not them. Like when someone get fully enlightened, they have no subconscious mind. That is enlightenment. Or they have very little subconscious, which is not capable of giving any birth. Like as Buddhist, And obviously now medical science also approve this, like samsara, like we had previous births and we will have after births. It's inevitable. And what keep us going this birth and death cycle is our like momentum of thoughts in subconscious. That's it. Our momentum of thoughts in subconscious. If they have enough momentum to roll, like when you die, in a snap of a second you will birth in another birth, you will born in another birth, like that, man. So I'm free. Today I watched a Kevin Hart's not comedy, but Kevin Hart, a podcast of Kevin Hart's in Joe Rogan's channel. He is an amazing man. Like you have to watch that. It's amazing. Like he's like, yes, he's a comedian, but the real him, like the way he look at the life is so mind blowing, man. I learned so much things. I like Joe Rogan's channel. Joe Rogan did two podcasts with him, and I finished watching one today, and I started watch another one also. You got a watch, man. Like it's an investment for life. And some things happen to me. Okay. Subconscious is that. So it's so critical if you programming subconscious, and superconscious is like, this might not be familiar to you, but by experience I am saying superconscious is the creator. Your superconscious mind is creator of this universe, your universe. This video is created by your superconscious mind. That's it. That's how powerful you are. This is mind blowing, I know, but that is that. You are not your body mind. You think you are, but it's not the case. Your superconscious mind made your body mind and made the whole universe and let you experience that universe through your body mind. That's it. That's it, man. Simply that's it. Simply that's it. You might not believe this, but if you make your conscious mind relax enough, conscious mind, not subconscious mind, conscious mind relax enough, you will have this experience. It's inevitable. Okay, I have a teacher, and I was dedicated to my life to attaining full enlightenment, which means realize who I really am. That's it. That's full enlightenment. Realize fully who I really am. That's it. Okay. Okay, I will put some link down below for my teacher's meditation center, you have to come to Sri Lanka. Then Sri Lanka is a beautiful country, man. You come, visit, and join a retreat. Then have a experience about your super conscious. Then live your life. Your body mind will live the life in your super conscious mind, which created by you. It's like when you are dreaming, subconscious mind is created that dream. Sorry, subconscious mind is creating that dream. But when you are dreaming, you don't know. But that's the work of your subconscious. If some subconscious mind create a dream, why not superconscious mind can create this reality? Think like this is a cup. We perceive this as material. But think we have a scene and we have some sense of touching. Why this both can't be only a consciousness but not material? This is a consciousness, man. I have no doubt about it. I have some doubts sometimes, but I have had real, deep, solid experiences. This is really not material. This is consciousness. You got to have that experience, man. You have to have that experience. Your life will be changed. Why? What is life? What is the environment? What's everything else other than your not everything is what is everything? A creation of you, man. Your superconscious mind. How about that? Crazy, man. Crazy. I am happy to share this about with you. I'm so happy now. You know, this is like coming straight from my superconscious. I don't know how to speak English also, but I know, but I can understand when I'm listening to podcast and everything, but I haven't spoke like this before. So now I have no shyness or anything. I'm telling you to the most valuable thing in the universe, man. Realize the creator, it's you. You might not be able to do that now by experience, but for now, trust me, apply to a retreat, come to Sri Lanka. It's so cheap country and like you can spend some days by enjoying, but and you come to a retreat, you please go to that link and it's free. It's based on donation. You can donate after the retreat as your satisfaction. That's it. This is not about mind. This is about making your life like upside down. That's it. Okay, and there is another small request. I will put my coffee means I created some account for asking donation. If you like this video, I don't know if you feel like to donate me even $1 is something huge to me. Okay, I'm not doing any job. This is my career, man. I'm trusting because I know with my superconscious this is I'm going to do throughout my life, meditating and share my experiences. So if you like to support me, please feel free. Okay, so I will go. Let's meet from another episode. I don't say namaste. I say realize who you are, who you really are. That's it.